Welcome back, everybody, to Paranormal Inc. Ohio's podcast. Tonight, we are going to talk about the Tallman Haunting. And I am, still in the hospital, so my voice will still sound weird, and you'll probably get some background stuff. I'm going to try to fix that and edit. But I still want to give you guys your stuff. So, the Tallman Haunting, a Wisconsin nightmare born in plain sight. Wisconsin is known for dairy, farms, frozen lakes, and quiet towns, where everyone knows everybody's name. But sometimes in places like these, the silence hides something else, something watching, something waiting. Tonight we travel to Horicon, Wisconsin, where a simple family home became the center of one of the most disturbing modern hauntings ever documented in the Midwest. This is the story of the Tallman Haunting, a case involving unseen voices, shadow figures, terrified children, and secondhand bunk bed that many believe carried something dark inside of it. In April of 1986, Alan and Debbie Tallman moved into a modest ranch-style home on South Larrabee Street with their children. It was quiet, peaceful, safe, the kind of house you'd never expect to become infamous. For months, nothing seemed out of place. The family settled in, the kids adjusted, life went on. Until early 1987, when the Tallmans purchased a used wooden bunk. Sorry, I don't know why I paused there. A huge wooden bunk bed for their children. No warnings, no tragic backstory, just furniture. But according to the Tallmans, the moment that bunk bed entered the house, everything changed. The bunk bed was placed in the children's bedroom. Within days, strange things began to happen. At first, it was subtle. Radios turned on by themselves, even when unplugged. The volume knob would twist on its own. Stations changed without anyone touching them. Then came the sounds. Whispers. Low. Unclear. Always at night. The children began complaining that someone was watching them. They said they could feel eyes in the room, and then they began to see things. One child described a dark figure standing near the bunk bed. Tall, unmoving, and silent. Another claimed to see a figure with glowing red eyes watching from the shadows. These weren't fleeting glimpses. The children described the same presence, independently. Same shape, same height, same eyes. They became terrified of sleeping in their room. Night after night, they cried. Night after night, the Tallmans reassured themselves it was just imaginations, until the activity escalated. Soon the disturbances spread beyond the children's room. Doors slammed violently. Cabinet doors opened and shut. A heavy chair was reported to have moved across the kitchen floor on its own. Alan Tallman began hearing his name whispered softly from empty rooms. Not imagined, not vague, but clear and deliberate. One night, Alan arrived home late. As he pulled into the garage, a sudden stillness fell over the air. Then a voice, close, male, and calm. It said only two words, "Come here." The garage door slammed shut behind him, and no one was there. By now, fear dominated the household. Sleep was impossible. The children refused to be alone. Debbie reported feeling brushed by unseen hands. Cold spots appeared in the house, localized and intense. And the whispers continued, always watching, always aware. The Tallmans believed the entity was intelligent, not random, not chaotic. It seemed to react, to observe, and to target. Desperate, the Tallmans turned to their pastor. The pastor visited the house, praying over each room, especially the children's bedroom. Blessings were performed, scripture was read, holy water was used. For a short time, things seemed quieter, but the silence didn't last. The activity returned, stronger, more aggressive, almost as if whatever was present had been angered. Concerned neighbors contacted authorities. The Horicon police chief visited the house. During the visit, strange things happened. Phones rang, but no one was on the line. Electrical devices malfunctioned, yet no physical evidence could be found. No break-ins, no structural issues, no environmental causes confirmed. To the outside world, the house appeared normal. To the Tallmans, it was a prison. Skeptics later offered explanations: environmental issues, psychological stress, carbon monoxide, children's imagination. Utility companies inspected nearby homes. No gas leaks were confirmed in the Tallman house. Psychologists suggested fear could feed perception. But one question remained. Why did the activity begin only after the bunk bed arrived? By January of 1988, the Tallmans had reached their limit. One night, without warning, they fled, leaving belongings behind, leaving memories behind, leaving the house and whatever was inside it. Later, the family made a final decision. They destroyed the bunk bed. Every piece, every board, every joint. It was taken to a private landfill and buried. The Tallman house was eventually sold. New owners moved in. And according to all reports, the haunting stopped. No whispers, no shadows, no voices. The house remains standing today, quiet once more. The case gained national attention when it was featured on Unsolved Mysteries. Millions watched. Debates followed. Was it a cursed object, a psychological breakdown, or something darker, attached to the family itself? The Tallmans have stood by their story. They believe something came with that bunk bed, something that didn't want to leave. Not every haunting involves ancient graveyards or abandoned asylums. Sometimes the supernatural enters quietly through our front door, disguised as something ordinary, a reminder that evil doesn't always look the part. Sometimes it waits in plain sight. Thank you guys for listening to this podcast of the Tallman Hauntings. I love each and every one of you. I love that you come to Paranormal Inc. Ohio and check out the podcast, check out the stuff that I have on here. And just remember, not everything you bring into your home ever truly leaves. You can check out ParanormalIncOhio.com. There we have old investigations, old lives. I go live on there sometimes. You can check out our crystal selection that we have for sale. We have sage for sale. And just check out everything that's on there. Keep coming back to the podcast. I'm going to be doing this twice a week. And I'm going to try to put some on YouTube as well. I'm also on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all that. You guys can check me out. Thanks, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the show and listening to tonight's episode of The Tallman Haunting. Have a great night.